Hi, I'm back with another video to answer one of my commenters. They want me to make a video about this. So he said, why is it that they treat it as comedy for men to be kicking the nuts, on culture, on TV, on, media, on all of that? Alright, I'll answer your question. The reason why it's treated as comedy is because the world system hates men. That's right. They don't want men to love themselves, so they diss men from birth. Like, they will have men. Yeah, they want to raise men to not be in their masculine. That's what it boils down to. So that's why they create a culture that just degrades and disrespects men. So kicking a man in his nuts is wrong. It's the equivalent of kicking a pregnant woman in the gut. There's nothing funny about a man being hit in his nuts, which is where his breath of life, the sperm, the seed that he puts into a woman comes from. That's his focus point of most of his energy. To kick a man there is unforgiving. There's nothing funny about it. But society makes it a joke because it's like I said, it's just they hate men. They're our enemy. Their goal is to destroy the average man. That's why they make it a comedy thing. Understand something. Everything that our enemies do, they do it on purpose. The culture, it's not that they don't understand men. They're doing that shit on purpose. They want men to feel bad. They want men not to be the true self. They want men not to embrace their masculinity. That's why they do all that stuff. That's why they try to, Like, for example, the reason why they attack us from when we're young, they try to train us to hate ourselves. It's because they know that men by nature are individualists, proud of who they are. So they don't want us to reach that complete self. So they want us. So therefore, they brainwash us from when we're young through school, educational system, all of that, because they don't want us to be our true self. Because if we are our true self, they can't control us. Just be aware that the world system, the media, the government are the average man's enemy. Yep, the men that are in the governments and teaming up with our enemies are insecure and sold out. So, that's why they attack the rest of the male population, because they're sold out. But anyway, so that's why. So I'm answering your question in the video. Yep, anyone who thinks it's funny to kick a man there deserves to be punished. Any woman that wanted to kick a man there just feel powerful, you deserve to be killed. You deserve to be tormented. If you hit a man there, in fact, actually, you deserve for your hand to be cut off. Just for hitting a man in his nuts. Just to feel power. That's not right. That's never right. Keep your hands to yourself, bitch. Bitches. It's not just women who are feminists, but the rest of society as well. Your disrespect of men will not end well. Masculinity, men, keeps everything running. Every man deserves respect just for existing. That's right. Basic respect. Those who can't respect men are the enemy. They're on the universal feminine side, which is universal chaos. They're chaos beings, and that's why they're like that. That's why they mistreat or trying to turn everything against their nature. They're trying to reverse everything, make things unbalanced. Why? Because they're on the side of evil. So to answer your question, that's why they do it. They treat it as comedy because they do that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to destroy males. They don't want males to embrace their, true self. They want us to stay not knowing who we are. They want us to hate ourselves. So yes, that's why I say, men out there, don't fall for it. Yeah. So, I answered your question. So, peace.